Hello and welcome to a Bethesda game I've been waiting to record for quite some time. Yeah. Many fans regard this as the best Fallout game of all time. Truth be told, I prefer Fallout 4. But, well, I do get the appeal of New Vegas. So, yeah, Fallout New Vegas. I've cleaned off all my saves. And I'm playing with all the DLCs. Now, there is a tweaks menu because of one of the mods. It's one of the bug fix mods that does this. I have not touched anything in here. So yeah, here are our gameplay settings. I turned kill cam mode off because it was just getting annoying. Display I've left largely untouched. These are the audio settings. Radio is of course down due to copyright. And I haven't really touched anything here. Oh yeah, that's not normally an option. Must swap. You normally can't change that. But, without further ado,
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Yeah. I'll start talking in a minute.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Alright, like with Fallout 3, I'll be playing a female character. And this time I'm going with the name Tamara. What's a good name? Surname to go with? I'll just go with Anders.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Alright. Yeah, like I said, these types of RPGs I usually just play as a woman. Particularly if there's a third-person mode. Alright, so last time I went with Asian, so this time I'll go with Hispanic. Just to keep things interesting. Oh yeah, it's worth mentioning now I am playing with mods. Just I need to keep the game running smoothly, or as smoothly as the game will allow. And if I sound like I'm quieter than usual, I'm actually recording this in the evening. One thing I need to test first. Okay, I can't take screenshots. Yeah, depending on how this opens up, depends on whether or not I can access a certain menu and take screenshots. Because I'm playing the Good Old Games version. Yeah, just to give you a little bit of context about some of the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I'll do for that. But yeah, I don't exactly have much time to actually do recordings right now. So, if I sound quieter, that's why, because I'm just trying not to disturb everyone. Although it's only 6 PM. But yeah, mod-wise, I'm only running what will help keep the game running. Yeah, I'll go for Rough Night. Like with Fallout 3, mod list will be in the description of every episode. Alright.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Oh yeah, it's also worth mentioning, at least one of the mods has reactivated some cut content. So that's something I'll have to discuss.
Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Okay, actually one sec, my room's starting to get a bit dark. Alright. Oh yeah, one other quick heads up is until I can get my mouse replaced, because I'm dealing with a double click issue, I will be pressing the enter key to chat. Anyway. Strength will tell you how easily a cowboy totes his saddle and those bigger firearms, or how much help he's gonna be for you in a saloon brawl. This will affect the skills of melee and unarmed, as well as inventory weight, damage, and weapon effectiveness. Weapons in New Vegas have a strength requirement, but there is a perk we can take to lower the strength requirement for certain weapons. Perceptive cowboy always knows when there's a lit stick of dynamite nearby, or when a varmint's sneaking up on him. This effect exposes a lockpick and energy weapons, as well as accuracy and compass range. Can't keep a good cowboy down. Not if he's the enduring type. Nah, not if he's got a 6-shooter the size of all tarnation. This one just affects unarmed, health, resistance, and survival. Unarmed and survival being skills. You'll find there's some smooth-talking cowboys out there. Yeah, that got themselves a voice sounds like an angel's harmonica. This will affect barter, speech, and companion nerve. Truth be told, I've never actually found out what that is. Anyway. Smart cowboy is good at most anything. From sucking the poison out your rattler butts to fixing your broken wagon axle. So yeah, this affects science, repair, medicine, and how many skill points you can allocate when you level up. When a fella's in a gunfight and shoots the other guy 6 times before they can get off a shot, it's cause that fella is agile. This affects guns, sneak, speed, and AP regeneration. Some folks claim not to believe in luck, but when they lose in a duel you hear them say, "That lucky son of a gun." This affects all skills, crits, and I've never actually looked up what enemy mishaps are. Now, fairly mid, all things considered, but don't worry about perception. We will get stuff to deal with that.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn are dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Yeah, pressing the Z key is like a secret tutorial thing. Now, will this glitch out on me, or will it do what it's supposed to do? Right height.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat.
House.
Shelter.
Night.
Campfire.
Enemy.
Vaporize.
Light.
Dark.
Mother.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of my own mother there. Alright. And good normal answer would be jeans. But if I'm thinking of my mother... Oh. Fuck it. Human shield.
Sometimes when you give tests like this, you learn more than you was hoping for, and I reckon that ain't always the best thing. But I guess maybe it explains a thing or two about your predicament. Okay, now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Disagree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Disagree.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
No opinion.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Strongly disagree.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Agree.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
I can't actually tell what I'm looking at, so I'm just gonna say a broken chain.
Okay. How about this one?
I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like.
Last one.
Alright. What I'm seeing looks like two bears high-fiving. But since I've not installed that mod right now, I'm just gonna say a mushroom cloud.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Alright. These are the attack skills I usually go for early in a Fallout New Vegas playthrough.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Alright. A good chunk of these perks are from the base game. But some of these perks, like Logan's Loophole, come from the Old World Blues expansion. Don't ask me which ones are from Old World Blues, because I genuinely don't know. This is really not something I think about too much. Anyway. We can choose 2 traits. We can also just choose 1 trait if we so choose. So I'm gonna pick Wild Wasteland first, because we'll get some references from this, including a unique weapon. We will of course not be sacrificing a different unique weapon, one of which I can just easily spawn in using console commands. And I'm going to take the trait Skilled. Every one of our skills starting at level 20 at the cost of negative 10% experience. I can live with that.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Alright, now that we're up and about, I'm just gonna loot your place. Yep, take the cigarettes. Nice. Spawn this time. The business where won't always spawn, and we can actually use it in the early game for a bit of a speech boost. Yep, repair your submachine gun, create some stim packs. So you know what, since they're weightless, take the pencils as well. It's a handful of caps, so why not? Oh yeah, this game does have a crafting system in it. So some of the items I save, I'm saving for a purpose. Just bear that in mind.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Was my wife's. I think she was about your size, and she hardly wore it after we left the vault. Felt it was too brazen.
Pardon. Sorry, I've just had dinner. Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Alright, New Vegas has a hardcore mode. Basically, ammo has weight. Stimpaks will heal over time. Same with right away. And you have to deal with hunger first and sleep. There is an achievement for beating the game in hardcore mode, and I have done it before. But for the purposes of this playthrough, I'm gonna say no.
I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
My wounds still hurt a little. Can you give me something for the pain, Doc?
Of course. You've been through a lot. Ain't much, but these will do you right if the pain flares up.
Alright, tell me about yourself, Doc.
Well, I already told you I came from a vault. After that, I was a traveling doctor for a spell. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Most folks out here ain't educated, so people with medical know-how are hard to come by. I found that I could help a lot of people with what I knew, and that was all right with me. Eventually, I went back and married my childhood sweetheart, and that was the end of my traveling days. Didn't miss it none then. Still don't.
You said before you had something taken from you?
Well, ain't we all, right? That was a long time ago. I don't pay it much mind anymore.
What town is this?
This here's Good Springs, named after the water we got here, just down the road to the southeast. Good Springs Source, they call it. It's a quiet town, and that's how we like it. We don't go looking for trouble, though occasionally it sees fit to come looking for us.
What else can you tell me about Good Springs?
Well, there's a general store just up the road, run by a fella named Chet. He don't got nothing fancy, but he's got your basics covered. If you're looking to wet your whistle, just past Chet's is the Prospector Saloon. The bartender there, Trudy, knows everyone in town. Other than that, there's not much to see. Just people trying to scratch out a living.
Alright, who was it that you said rescued me?
That'd be Victor. Curious fella. He's sort of odd, and I don't just mean 'cause he's a robot. I couldn't tell you much about him. He's real friendly, don't get me wrong. You just get the sense that that ain't the whole picture. Just a feeling. He keeps to himself, mostly. You want to know more about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. He has a shack on the southern edge of town.
Do you know anything about the man that shot me?
I didn't see him or the men with him. You might ask around town, though. Could be someone saw which way they was headed. Your best bet would probably be Trudy, the bartender at the saloon up the road. If anyone saw anything, she'd know about it.
Alright, I need medical supplies.
Sure.
Yeah, sell that. Sell that. Sell the food, the medics, the rebound. Ah, okay. Can we take 4 more caps worth of stuff? Alright. Goodbye.
You take care now.
Yeah. As you can see, he's from Vault 21. Yeah, weapons, apparel, ammo. Here's our express delivery order. Oh yeah, one of the mods lets me do that. Normally, once a quest is active, you can't turn it off. I think there's something about it in the tweaks, but I haven't found anything about that. This is the Mojave Wasteland. We're up here at Good Springs, Prim's down here. Vegas is up here, Hoover Dam's over here. By the way, Good Springs is a very much real place. Okay, these are our menus, stats, skills, perks. Now, this is the normal stuff you'll see over here. But as you've just noticed, there's a reputation tab. I'll be able to show you that in a couple minutes. Actually, no, go with the 9mm. Oh god, I'm blind! Sorry.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Thanks for digging me out of that grave.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Do you know who those men were who attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
Oh yeah, one thing I should mention is the guy who shot us, he was voiced by the late Matthew Perry. Yeah, you know, Chandler from Friends. And Doc Mitchell was voiced by Michael Hogan. For those of you who have played Skyrim, he was General Tullius. And for those of you that have watched Battlestar Galactica, Colonel Ty. Anyway, how did you end up in Good Springs?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
I've never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Alright, goodbye.
Happy trails!
Ah, there we go. I was waiting for that one to trigger. since I'm going to need to take a screenshot at some point. We do not touch this save. Because I intend to take a screenshot of her. Oh yeah, the tumbleweeds can move about, but I've experienced them randomly getting stuck in place. Anyway, now that the game's loading in, we shall perform the time-honored tradition of looting. Mainly because I require things to sell. But yeah, so you can probably notice there is slight stuttering. That's just because I have to use the same settings I used to record Fallout 3. And don't worry, there's no one in this house. We can loot to our heart's content. Oh, cat's up. Which means he wants out. Because I have to keep my door shut for recording this. Alright, Bass. Go on. I took advantage of the cat leaving to go close my blinds. Alright, we're gonna hold on to the scrap metal for now. I do have a reason for doing that. We'll go and loot that shack later. That's Victor's shack. Alright, and we're gonna hold off on reading that until we pick up a certain perk. And I want to hold off on grabbing those for now. Yeah, I'll explain why I'm holding off on grabbing that. Once you pick up a star battle cap, you will trigger an encounter that I want to hold off on triggering for until I'm further along in the tutorial. Or until I finish the tutorial, I should say. Oh yeah, gonna switch to the lightweight leather armor. It's for convenience and protection. More protection than yeah, and still neutral. Oh yeah, I know where all those are. I will make it a point to go get them all. And we'll ignore that petrol station. Gas station, I should say. Yep, still defaulting to British terminology. Oh yeah, one thing to mention about this New Vegas playthrough is, unlike the Fallout 3 playthrough, I will not be doing the DLCs in order. I will be doing the DLCs, of course, just not in the proper order. Yeah, there is a method to my madness, and it will all become clear in due time. Anyway, yeah, this is the crafting. Okay, now, doctor's bags, stim packs, and weapon repair kits are all from the base game. Datura hide is from the second expansion, Honest Hearts, while the auto-inject stims are from Lonesome Road. I don't really know too much about ammo, and oh yeah, bottle cap mines, well, just bottle cap mines, I should say, are from the base game. Possibly time bombs as well, I don't know. Cosmic knives, spears, and the gas bomber from Dead Money. Well, satchel charges are from Lonesome Road. At least I think they're from Lonesome Road. Yeah, worth bringing up now. I don't use explosives all that often in this game.
Hello. You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Alright, tell me about mods and special ammo.
Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, why is surplus ammo inferior?
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets.
Yeah, fair enough. Know anything about the people who attacked me?
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
You ever been to Vegas?
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice. Behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the strip.
What do you know about Mr. House?
I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right?
What can you tell me about the Khans?
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
Alright.
Can do.
Yeah, we'll be talking to the Great Khans later. In their previous appearances, they were pretty much just raiders. Now, they're a bit more evolved. Alright. Yeah, again, the whole double clicking thing's got me a bit paranoid. Hold on to the sensor module and the surgical tubing. Now you've probably noticed GRA there, that means Gunrunner's Arsenal. Which means we can apply these mods. Damn it, you don't have the varmint rifle mods. Yeah, I have a reason for doing this. So hold on. Ooh. Oh, I gotta go for it.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take it easy.
Yeah.